Let me tell you why federalism is one of the most important things in America. Now, I know it may sound like one of those dry academic terms, but trust me, it's one of the most important concepts that makes America the land of the free. And it's something that the founding fathers knew was crucial to protect us from tyranny. So, what is federalism? Well, in simple terms, it's the division of power between the federal government and the states. It's the idea that not all decisions should be made by a centralized authority in Washington, D.C., but rather the power should be shared with the states closer to the people who are directly affected by those decisions. Now, you might wonder, why is this so important? Well, the founding fathers, fresh off the fight against a tyrannical British monarchy, were determined to create a government that wouldn't be able to impose its will on the people in the same way. They understood that concentrated power is dangerous. It's too easy for a distant, centralized government to become disconnected from the needs and desires of the people, to grow all-powerful and ultimately become tyrannical. That's why they designed our system with checks and balances. And federalism was a key part of that design. By giving the states significant powers of their own, they ensured that no single entity would ever control everything. It's like having a safety valve. If the federal government starts overreaching, the states can push back. If the federal government tries to impose laws or policies that don't work for everyone, the states have the ability to do what's best for their own people. And think about it. America is a vast and diverse country. What works in one state might not work in another. Federalism allows states to be the laboratories of democracy, experimenting with different policies that suit their unique populations and circumstances. It's how we maintain the freedom to live our lives the way that we see fit, without a one-size-fits-all mandate from Washington. But here's the thing. Over the years, we've seen the federal government gradually take more and more power, often at the expense of states. We see it in education, in healthcare, the economy, you name it. More and more decisions that used to be made locally are now being dictated by bureaucrats hundreds, if not thousands of miles away. And that's just not efficient. It's dangerous. When power is centralized, it's easier for that power to be abused. We've all seen how politicians and unelected officials in Washington can become out of touch with the people they're supposed to serve. They make sweeping decisions that affect everyone without fully understanding or considering the unique needs of the different communities. And when they overstep, it's our freedoms that are at risk. But federalism is our safeguard against this. It's what keeps the federal government in check. It ensures that states can serve as a counterbalance, protecting our rights and freedoms from being trampled on by a central authority. It's a way to keep government closer to the people, more responsive to our needs, and more accountable for its actions. And let's not forget, federalism isn't just about protecting us from a tyrannical government. It's about empowering us. It gives us the ability to have more say in how we're governed. When states have the power to make their own decisions, we as citizens have more opportunities to influence those decisions. We have a closer connection to our state government than we ever could with the federal government. That's real American democracy in action. So, what can we do? We need to be vigilant in defending federalism. We need to support leaders who understand the importance of state sovereignty and who will push back against federal overreach, such as Governor Greg Abbott in Texas has been doing with the border wall. We need to remind ourselves and others that the best government is one that's limited, one that respects the role of the states, and one that stays true to the vision the founding fathers had for this country. So federalism isn't just some old, boring political philosophy. It's a vital part of what keeps us free. It's what allows America to remain the land of opportunity, where diverse voices can be heard and where tyranny can be kept at bay. The founding fathers knew what they were doing, and it's up to us to make sure their wisdom continues to guide us today.